Alrighty, hey everybody, welcome back to Falcons franchise. It is a brand new day here in Atlanta. Wake up, smell the fresh air, look at the sunshine. We've got a brand new team, it's a brand new season, and I'm excited to see what we can do here. So, if you're just now tuning in and this is your first episode of Falcons franchise, you picked a good one because basically you haven't missed much. Last year, all previous episodes, we were just tanking. We were trying to lose as many games as possible, but that's not going to be the case anymore. We have gone through the draft, we've gone through free agency, and we've made the changes that we've kind of wanted to make with this team, and now we're at a place where we're going to be pushing to win more games. I like the pieces we got. I'm excited to see what this team can do, and I'm just going to be giving the reins to new quarterback Malik Willis. We took him with the 15th pick in the second round. That's the pick we got from Washington in the Matt Ryan trade. And yeah, I just want to give him the keys. I'm going to say go out, do your best. If you make the playoffs, great. If you don't, that's also fine. It's your first year. It doesn't really matter, but love to see what he can do. Would love to see him take off, be awesome. We traded 2/3 and a seventh for Kenneth Walker. And I'm really happy with that. I'm excited to have him be kind of an every down running back for us. And yeah, just excited. Same thing with Malik Willis, basically. Just excited to kind of see what he can do, give him the keys. If he goes off, great. If not, we're still developing. It's fine. Russell Gage is now receiver one. We traded Calvin Ridley. We were having contract extension issues with him. He didn't seem like he wanted to sign with us. So we traded him to the Bills. We also have Treylon Burks now, drafted him, first pick in the second round. He's a little bit low overall, but the hidden dev is nice. And yeah, he's really just going to be a wide receiver 2. And then we also signed Jalen Reagor, along with a couple other guys. Reagor is going to be more like receiver 4, because we have Kyle Pitts at tight end. He's the slot receiver 2. Tyler Kroft is the tight end when Pitts is in the slot. So really, our receiving core looks bad, but we also have to think of Kyle Pitts as a receiver too. Offensive line is the same as last year. Jalen Mayfield is back from injury, which is cool to see. But yeah, looks like Matt Hennessy has improved quite a bit. Same with Caleb McGarry. It's a contract year for Caleb McGarry, so we might look to replace him if he has a similar year to what he did last year. But if he improves, we could look to re-sign him. So this is what the defense is going to be looking like. We're going to be starting the number 1 overall pick, obviously, Kayvon Thibodeaux. He's going to be our starting right end. Grady Jarrett moved inside to defensive tackle, and Drake Jackson, our second round pick, is going to be our left end. Linebackers, we also made some changes. We moved Deion Jones to outside linebacker. He was just really good for us as a pass rusher last year. So I think it's cool to do that, kind of keep him in that role. And it's also good because we drafted Troy Anderson. He has hidden dev. We'd like to get him as many reps as an inside linebacker as we can. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. Oluokun, he was really good last year. Happy to have him back on the team. Glad we were able to get an extension with him, keep him on the squad. And then we signed Justin Houston to be our left outside linebacker, along with Dante Fowler. So these two are a nice little tandem there. At safety, strong safety is a position of need for us. We have Duke Dawson and Jalen Hawkins, but not super bullish on either of them. Richie Grant, going into his second year, he was awesome last year as a free safety. He, I think, led our team in interceptions. I can't quite remember. I think he did. But yeah, he was really good for us, so I'm excited to see what he can do. And then corner is kind of a weak group for us. Terrell is obviously a stud. He's one of the best corners in the league. But outside of him, there's really not a ton to talk about. And then for the specialist positions here, Kendall Sheffield is going to be our slot corner. You have Thibodeaux rushing off the left side, Jarrett in the middle, Deion Jones coming off the right. You can see kind of how we have the rotation set up here for these guys. And then sub linebacker is going to be Oluokun. I just kind of like him in that role because he's kind of like a hybrid linebacker safety. I think that's perfect. Pitts is going to be our slot receiver. Kenneth Walker is going to be the third down running back. And we'll bring in Mike Davis to be our power running back here. So yeah, this episode we're only going to do the Steelers game. I'm going to play the full game. I don't usually do that, but I feel like this is a big game for our franchise here. Big game for storylines. First game for Kayvon Thibodeaux, Treylon Burks, Malik Willis, Drake Jackson, all the guys we got in the draft. It's going to be a pretty big game in terms of first games for a lot of people. Taking a look at the season goal here, I'm going to do 7 wins. I think we're going to be a little bit better than we were last year, but I would also not be surprised if we were below that. I just want to be a little bit optimistic about how our rebuild's going, so I'll commit to 7 wins. Okay, so we're talking about our opening day keys to victory here, and I am going to say that it's going to be defense. I think our defense is much improved. I'm excited to see what we can do. I'm going to go with stuffing the run, because I know that the Steelers, I think their quarterback right now is Sam Howell, so I think they're going to be very run-focused with Najee Harris. So we're going to look to stop that as best we can. So we're going to have to allow less than 75 yards rushing. That might be pretty hard to do, but we'll see if we can get it done. Now we also have a press conference question about Malik Willis making his debut here. Rookie quarterback, it's always exciting. What are we expecting out of him? We'll say no expectations, because that's kind of the vibe that I've got right now. If he can come out and light it up, that's great, just like Steve Brule's saying here. But again, if he struggles, it's his first season. He's coming into kind of a dumpster fire here in Atlanta, so I wouldn't blame him if he struggled. But looks like we got him 1,000 XP for having no expectations in him, so that's pretty cool. It's an easy 1,000 XP there. So before we get into the game, we have our first chance to look at the prospects in the draft. So I just want to take a look at kind of the current big board right now and then build out kind of what I want to do with scouting from this. Okay, so this is the setup for scouting. We're going to take a look at tackles with the National Scout, just so we can get a good kind of look at everybody. And then outside of that, we're going to focus on corner mostly. And then there weren't enough corner scouts to entirely focus on corner here. So I picked up a tight end scout just so we can find maybe a solid tight end 2 later in the draft to put behind Kyle Pitts long term. Just because, I don't know, like we have Tyler Kroft for 1 year, but it would be nice to lock down like a solid second tight end. But yeah, mostly the focus for scouting is going to be tackle and corner. Also, we have strong safety as a secondary position here for Rondé Barber. So we also have a whole strong safety, so that's kind of why the Northeast region has good corners, but it also has good safeties, so that's why I'm sending him there. But yeah, that's what scouting's going to look like. Okay, so we just went through weekly training, and it looks like we're not going to have Treylon Burks for the first game of the year. He's out with a back strain, which kind of sucks, so he's not going to make his debut until week 2. So that's kind of a bummer, but outside of that, we have no major injuries to report. Alrighty, week 1 of the 2022 NFL season is about to get underway here in Atlanta. We're going to be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and if I'm guessing correctly here based on what teams did in the draft, this is going to be a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback. We have Malik Willis starting for us here. He takes the field, and it looks like he's going to be going against Sam Howell. I know that the Steelers drafted him, and when I was checking the depth charts, he was the quarterback for them. So cool to see some rookie quarterback on quarterback action as, yeah, we see Sam Howell there. And there's the new look Atlanta Falcons. Pretty exciting going up against the Steelers. I know they signed Mike Williams. So yeah, 2 kind of revamped teams here, looking to battle it out here in week 1. Both teams looking for the win. I'm excited to see what Malik Willis and Kyle Pitts can do together. I'm hoping for more big things from Pitts with the new quarterback under center here for the Falcons. Alrighty, here comes Sam Howell in the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a 72 overall, the rookie from North Carolina. Fell quite a bit in the draft. I think the Steelers took him in the 4th round, maybe even the 5th. Not super sure, but he did fall in real life. So we're going to get a look at Kayvon Thibodeaux here First chance we get to see him in action. And you already know I'm going to be playing as him coming off the edge against, don't know who this is. It's going to be a quick pass from Sam Howell, but we wrap that up pretty quickly. Only a gain of 4 there. Also in the game we got Troy Anderson, 3rd round pick out of Montana State. As Najee Harris is able to plow forward, pick up the first there. We're going to do the double A gap blitz here. Send some pressure. Thibodeaux goes unblocked off the edge, and he gets his first sack of his NFL career. There we go. You'd love to see it. No one even touched him. He just ran into the backfield. Sacked Sam Howell pretty clean. That's what we like to see with our new revamped. I'm loving the revamped pass rush that we have right now. It's nice to be able to do the double A gap blitz and be able to get in the backfield immediately, uncontested. That's how that play is supposed to work, and it worked to perfection there. We have an injury to Kendall Sheffield. That's concerning, considering that we don't have good corners at all. It's going to be 3rd and 11 here. And we stopped the short pass, so didn't even try to throw over the line. We're going to bring up a 4th and 6, and most likely a punt here from the Steelers. So great first series from our revamped defense here. Love to see that Kayvon Thibodeaux sack just coming right off the edge. That was kind of the highlight for me here. And yeah, I'm super happy that we were able to force a punt. I think the defense is looking great right now. Taking the field for the first time, Malik Willis, 2nd round pick for the Falcons. He's a 73 overall at the moment. But yeah, super excited to see what Malik Willis is going to bring to the team here. Really excited to have a quarterback that has potential and has a future. Just feels better compared to last year. So we're going to come out here on 1st down. See that receiver, or the safety is coming up. We'll stick with the run. We'll do a halfback dive. So we're going to give it to Kenneth Walker, his first carry in the NFL. Matt Hennessy injured on the first play of the season. That sucks. But Walker picks up 4 with his first NFL carry. All right, we're coming out here on 2nd and 6. Willis is going to drop back for the first time. Look to throw, and that is a weak throw over the middle. First pass of Malik Willis's career is an incompletion. So he's still looking for that first completion. We're going to sub in Drew Dahlman. Again, don't want to risk any long-term injuries early in the first game of the year. As we're facing a 3rd down, Willis takes the snap. Pressure coming, and he's just going to have to throw it away. Not a good first offensive series from us here. We barely move the ball before we have to punt it from inside our own 20. And we're going to do that with rookie punter out of Georgia Southern, Spencer Olson. And his first kick is up and away. A little short. And we're going to wrap them up immediately. All right, so we're back on defense. Feel like they're going to run here. Yeah, that's a run. Wrapped up by Deion Jones. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. I'm rushing with Drake Jackson trying to get through. Not able to do it, and Sam Howell, 3 for 3 so far. He hits Juju, so it looks like the Steelers re-signed Juju Smith-Schuster. Didn't let him walk to the Chiefs like they did in real life, and he picks up the first down there. Still playing in the nickel here, as they have 3 wide receivers on the field. I'm going to play as a Luakun. It's going to be a play action. And Sam Howell is looking nice. Tried to get there with the Luakun. I just was a tick too slow. He was able to place that ball perfectly to get into Juju's hands. And Steelers are marching down the field now. They're threatening in the red zone. Yeah, see, I read that just a little bit too late. Couldn't quite get to where the throw was going. And Juju picked up quite a few yards there. So it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. As Sam Howell is going to find Pat Freiermuth for his first touchdown as an NFL quarterback. Big play there by the Steelers, and it's going to be 6-0. All right, 1st and 10. It's still early in this game. We still have a chance to tie here. So we're going to give it to Walker, and he doesn't really get much going there. It's going to be taken down for just a gain of 3. So the first down run game hasn't really been working. We haven't really been able to get Malik Willis going quite yet. Hopefully we can change that here. As we got Tyler Kroft for a completion and a first down. So first NFL completion for Malik Willis is to Tyler Kroft. Hopefully that's one for the trivia books there. First of many for Malik Willis, we're hoping. So we're going to keep it with the pass. Do a play action to Walker. And he's got Jalen Reagor down the field. Wow, what a throw from Willis to the sideline. A little bit late getting that ball out. I feel like if we hit him like a couple steps earlier, he might have been able to turn that upfield. But nonetheless, it's a well-placed ball on the sideline. I'm wondering if we managed to get 2 feet in there. And yeah, Pittsburgh is going to challenge that. Okay, so the ruling on the field is actually upheld. They're going to say that was a catch, so Pittsburgh loses a timeout, and we're still going to be marching down the field here. So we're going to go play action again to Kenneth Walker, fake the give, and there's just a ton of pressure right there. Good job by Willis to even get that one out. I'm going to send Russell Gage on a streak. And that safety got out of the way, but the bomb from Willis to Gage can't quite get there. So we're going to get 3rd and 10 here. Steelers look like they're going to be blitzing. We'll send Tyler Kroft deep. Why not? And Willis hits Jalen Reagor again. So Jalen Reagor is having a quite successful start here to his career in Atlanta, as he's been Malik Willis's favorite target so far. So we got the ball in the red zone for the first time. Steelers are showing blitz. I like the slants for that. It is a disguised play though. We're going to try to run with Malik Willis. He's got speed. He picks up 10 there. Nice. So 2nd and inches. We're going to give it to Kenneth Walker, and he tries to dive for the end zone. He's going to be stopped short, but he does get the first down. We're going to look to give it right back to Kenneth Walker here on 1st and goal. Steelers guessed run there, so we're only going to get it back to the goal line. We'll come out in another sort of dive look here. They look like they're going to cover the pass quite well, so we'll try this again. And Walker, that time, is able to sneak into the end zone, so that's the first touchdown for Kenneth Walker. Very cool to see. It's a pretty easy run, but again, kind of want to just force feed some of the rookies here. Get them the reps they need, get them touchdowns, get the confidence up. So I will definitely take it. And yeah, we tie the game pending the extra point. So Koo's extra point was good. Steelers are back out here with 1 minute and 12 seconds. We're going to rush. I was guessing run there, and that worked pretty well. We sent both of the middle linebackers. We were able to get Najee Harris for close to no gain. 2nd and 8. Feel like they're going to look to pass here. I'm going to rush with new Falcon Justin Houston. He's able to get around, but he can't quite get the sack. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Pittsburgh. We've got Troy Anderson on Najee Harris here. And that's a great play by Richie Grant. I didn't do a great job in man coverage, but I was able to switch over to Richie Grant and break that throw up. I'm terrible at man coverage in this game, so I'm really hesitant to do it, but I saw the mismatch, thought I had to control it. Again, didn't do a great job, but I'm glad that we were able to stop him there, and that's going to bring up another punt. So following the punt, we're going to come out here on offense. I don't like the idea of running it against this defense. Might look to do some play action since it looks like the right side going deep will be pretty open. And yeah, that's going to be the case. Willis's throw isn't quite going to make it to Jalen Reagor, however. That was going to be a tough throw. The coverage down the field was pretty good from the corner, so don't know how much of a chance we had. I'm going to run it on second down. That's actually pretty effective, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. All right, so it's 3rd and 6 after a run from Kenneth Walker there. Start of the second quarter. We're going to look to pass it. Not a ton of options. Had to throw it at some point. Couldn't quite hit Kyle Pitts. They covered that pretty well, and we're going to have to punt it right back to the Steelers here. All right, so 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh following the punt. So they're going to dump it off to Najee Harris, but we're going to wrap them up. 2nd and 6 here for Pittsburgh. I'm thinking this is going to be a pass. There's the run from Harris. We shut that down pretty quickly. Looks like Troy Anderson got there. So 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh. We're going to show blitz, but it's actually going to be a zone. Thibodeaux is unblocked, and he's going to get some pressure, but Grady Jarrett is going to get there and finish the play. They're actually going to give Thibodeaux half of a sack there. Great play again by the 1st overall pick. He's having a monster game. It's going to force a 4th and 10. Steelers are going to punt it back to us. Yeah, what a play from our pass rush. That was nice. All right, so we got the ball in the 34 following the punt. This has been a very defense-focused game. Neither offense has really been able to gain a lot of traction. But that might be changing as Malik Willis hits Kyle Pitts. First connection between those two that we've seen so far. That's a pretty huge gain there on 1st down. Nice injection of momentum into the drive here. Kyle Pitts is so dangerous in the slot. It's a fantastic weapon to have going up against a corner. So we're going to give it to Kenneth Walker on 1st down. He can't quite find a hole. So that's going to be no gain, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Willis is going to be dropping back. It's got Tyler Kroft pretty open there. Another 1st down for the Falcons. And that puts Willis over 100 yards on the day. 5 for 11 thus far. I'd like that completion percentage to be a little bit better, but so far he's been pretty solid for us in his debut. I'm going to roll out with Willis on the play action here. Everything looks pretty covered. We're going to skirt ahead and just pick up a yard. I'm going to adjust Rieger's route and make it like a little bit more of a shallow cut because I see that safety coming up. It's going to be a blitz. Rieger was kind of open there. I don't know if that would have been complete if the ball actually found him. Kind of an inaccurate throw from Willis with the pressure coming. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Been pretty good on 3rd down so far. I'm going to see what we can do. Willis is going to have to just dump it away. There was some places we maybe could have gone with the ball there, but pressure got there. I was kind of looking to run too, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. It's a field goal opportunity for us. Koo's field goal attempt is up and good. I really thought I was going to shank that based on the kick meter, but chip shot finds the back of the net there. So we're going to take a 10-7 lead over the Steelers halfway through the second quarter. So yeah, we just need our defense to kind of come out and do what they've been doing so far. I've been loving what we've been seeing. The pass rush is really helping us out in terms of forcing quick throws that our secondary can take care of pretty easily. It's going to be nice to have this pass rush kind of help out our secondary because they're not super good. I mean, Terrell got beat there. The Steelers have great receivers. We do not have great corners is kind of what I'm getting at. It's just nice to kind of have people we can get after the quarterback with that can kind of balance that a little bit. So they're going to give it to Najee here. He gets bumped by Thibodeaux, and the rest of the defense swarms him. We're going to come out in the quarter and kind of put Oluokun on a spy. It's not really going to be super effective as they're going to hit Juju. All right, 3rd and inches. I'm assuming it's going to be a give. It's not. It's It's actually a throw, but it's an incomplete, hurried throw from Sam Howell. So they're going to have the ball at midfield. I'm assuming this is a fake punt chance, so we'll come out in the safe man here. See what they do. Hopefully that deters them from thinking about a fake. And that's going to be out of bounds at the 28. 3 minutes left here before halftime. I'm going to come out. I'm going to try to challenge them on the first play. And there was really nothing doing there. Tried to scramble, but someone picked me up. Wasn't really going to be anything we could do. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And Willis just overthrows Jalen Reagor. He's had quite a few overthrows, and he has not been tremendously efficient throwing the ball. So that's kind of concerning because that was a problem we had with Fitzpatrick, and honestly it might just be a problem with me as a Madden player. So that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with. Is we're going to get Kenneth Walker on the screen, and that is going to be a first down. So we go from 3rd and 10 to 1st and 10 on the screenplay there. Nice to see that Walker can catch the ball on the screen and make something happen with it, because that's a nice skill to have for a running back. We called their bluff on the blitz. They did not blitz. We're going to look for Tyler Croft, but that's going to be incomplete. Too much traffic there. There's going to be 2nd and 10. We'll have one more play before the 2-minute warning. We're going to motion the tight end here to see if we can set up a run. Didn't quite work out. I wanted to get a few more yards to just make this an easier 3rd down, but that didn't quite work. All right, 3rd and 9 after the 2-minute warning. We got to make something happen here. Willis, I just can't scramble with the dude. I think it's because the Steelers have a pretty good pass rush, and they're good at picking up the scramble. I really want to break off a scramble with Willis. I want to use his speed to our advantage here, but just haven't had much success doing that. It's resulted in some ugly throwaways, and that was nearly a sack. Okay, Steelers coming back out. They got a 2-minute drill from their own 17 to work with. It's going to be a screen. We did not read that well. Harris breaks a tackle. He's going to get like 15 on the screenplay there. Coming in with Thibodeaux, Sam Howell looking to throw. He's got Juju again. They are in the hurry up now. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. We're going to stick with the same coverage, and this time he's got Deontay Johnson. We're going to switch to a zone blitz, and they're going to pick that apart. Juju's wide open over the middle, and the Steelers are going to call a timeout. 2nd and 2 here. I'm going to go with another zone blitz look. Hopefully we can shut him down with this. Howell throws, and he's got Deontay Johnson again. Tried to knock the ball out there with the defensive back, but it wasn't super successful. We're going to go with the double A-gap blitz. Feel like they're going to score here, so we might as well try to shut him down. Howell completes it. Is that Garrett Wilson? We won't know for sure, but we're going to stay in this look and throw. Oh my God. Okay. They were going to score a touchdown, it seemed like, regardless. That was a pretty strong drive, but what a way to do it. Threw it off Deontay Johnson's butt and into Pat Freiermuth's hands. Heads up play from Freiermuth. I will give him that. That is some big brain play design from Mike Tomlin there. So the Steelers make the extra point following the touchdown, and we just ran the ball to end the half. So it's going to be 14-10 here in Atlanta in week 1. Really liking what I've seen from our team so far. We've done a great job at staying in this game. Our defense has been really good, minus that final drive where we just kind of let them march down the field. But yeah, it's been a really good start for us so far, and I'm just excited to see where it goes. So we're going to be starting the second half with the football here. as Malik Willis and Russell Gage talk it over before hitting the huddle. And yeah, Willis has been not very good thus far. He's had a good streak. He had like one good drive in which we ended up scoring the touchdown, but it's been just mad inefficient, tons of incompletions. The completions he does get are good, like that to Jalen Reagor. He loves Jalen Reagor. He's the first quarterback in the NFL who has loved throwing the ball to Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor's having a great game. I don't know how many yards he has, but it feels like every time Malik Willis completes it, it's to Jalen Reagor, as we pick up 3 there with Kenneth Walker. 2nd and 7. Jalen Reagor's not on the field, so that kind of scares me. But we're going to go with the short pass. No one's really open, but we do get a chance to scramble ahead with Willis. I don't know if he quite picked up the first down. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1. But good to get that mobility in there, put that to use. So we're going to come out. We're just going to try to pick this up on the ground. I don't really want to do any type of motion. And Walker is able to push forward. He's also been kind of disappointing. His yards per carry are stupid low, but the touchdown's nice. Might take him a little bit to get going here in the NFL. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. I like this defensive setup for a run. The only thing that scares me is TJ Watt over there, but we'll give it a shot. Doesn't quite work out. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. We'll run this mesh play. Willis has a good short game, so we'll do that. No one's really open. We're running. And we're going to pick up some yards, so he escapes the sack. Again, putting that mobility to use, finally kind of getting the hang of that here. But it's going to be 3rd and 6. I think the flood play is going to be our friend. Fulgham could be open on this, but I don't really want to throw him the ball that badly. As we're going to look for Russell Gage, and that is going to fall incomplete. We get hit with another 4th down. We're going to have to punt the ball back here. Let's see if Spencer Olsen can pin him. He's had 1 punt inside the 20 so far, but I would love to get like a dime, and that looks like what this is going to be. We pin him inside the 5, so that's a first kind of sick punt we've seen from the rookie punter. We're going to rock with cover 2 inside the 5. I'm assuming it's going to be a run, so I'm going to rush with a Oluokun. It's a run. We can't get there. 2nd and 6, I feel like they would be comfortable throwing it. See what we can do with Thibodeaux. Late jump off the line. It's a give to Najee, but he just kind of runs right into Linval Joseph. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. We'll come out in man press. Getting after him with Jarrett. He's got all day to throw, and he beats, looks like AJ Terrell there. So 1st and 10. They don't have a running back on the field. We're in the zone. And Freiermuth just kind of finds an area on the side of the field where there was nobody. It's going to be a gain of 4. We're going to come out with the 4-4 on 2nd and 6. See what that can do. I'm going to rush with Drake Jackson. Haven't gotten him a ton of action so far. It's going to be a short give to Najee, and we are actually looking pretty good in terms of our game goal to hold him under 75 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for Pittsburgh. I like the blitz with the Oluokun here. He has nowhere to throw, and that is going to be incomplete. 4th and 4. We should get the ball back here on the punt. All right, 1st and 10. I don't want to give Walker the ball on 1st down, really, at the moment, just because he hasn't been super effective. So we're going to go with the short pass. Did not want to throw it to Kyle Pitts. I wanted to throw it to Tyler Kroft. That's a bummer. Kroft was open. We'll try the screen, because the screen worked pretty well last time, although I hate the look here from the defense. We'll audible out of it. I'll put Walker on a check and release. Take the snap. Kroft is open. All right, so that makes up for the last play. Tyler Kroft got open again, and we were able to hit him. Slants middle is going to be the play. No one's open. We have to throw it away again. That's like the 1,000,000th throwaway from Malik Willis. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. We'll do the play action slide. That is nowhere near the receiver, Kyle Pitts. It's going to overthrow him by about 5 yards into the hands of new Steeler Xavier Howard. So Willis can't throw on the run, is what we learned there. That was nowhere near Kyle Pitts. That was just a lob to the defensive back. Not really the situation for an arm punt there, but that was basically an arm punt, as the field position is pretty good for us right now. Howell scrambles forward. He can't get anything. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. We're going to go to the cover 4. I'll play this middle of the field spot. I'm going to go to the blitz. And Terrell breaks up another pass. Those probably aren't counting as deflections in Madden, but those are definitely pass breakups in real life. He's been pretty solid. So the interception doesn't really matter as we force a quick 3 and out. So we're going to come right back out onto the field with the offense. We just cannot get Kenneth Walker going, man. Okay, 2nd and 10. We're going to run some play action. Man, that's a great play by Devin Bush. Really thought we were going to be able to get something there, but it just did not develop how I thought it would. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Third and 9, and we hit Kyle Pitts on the sideline. Great pocket presence there from Willis, stepping up where there was space, getting a strong throw off. I think that's what we want to see. I've been a little bit panicked with him. I think it's because I know he can run, so I want to run with him. But I got to remember to hang in the pocket, and as I say that, it blows up in my face. Cam Hayward steps in and gets the sack. That's the first sack of the game for the Steelers. So that's going to force a 2nd and 18. Going to be aggressive, try to pick this up through the air. And we get it ahead to Kenneth Walker. That's a pretty good catch from the running back there. So we're going to run the post. Jerick McKinnon is in the game. Willis is going to drop back. And he's going to hit Russell Gage. Again, that was another good pocket presence look there from Malik Willis. He was able to hang in there, not get too panicked, complete the pass. I'm going to look to keep it going through the air. I want to hit that right side of the field. Fake the give to McKinnon. Willis is going to look for Tyquan Thornton, but he's not going to be able to stay in bounds. 2nd and 10 here. Steelers showing blitz. We're going to stick with the same play. Try to get one of these slants off. I threw that a tick too late. Pitts isn't able to hold on. It's going to be another 3rd and long. And that was another terrible throw. Willis has had some stinker throws thus far in this game, and that was definitely one of them. This is unfortunately going to be a spot where we have to punt the ball, but we'll see if we can get another sick punt from Spencer Olsen here. And yeah, that's going to be another beauty from the rookie. So we're coming out on 1st and 10. We want to try to contain the run and the pass here, and I think the zone is the best way to do that as Kayvon Thibodeaux breaks into the backfield. He gets his 2nd sack of the game, and it also goes for a safety. That is a huge play from the number 1 overall pick. In a big spot, he's able to beat the right tackle, get right to Sam Howell. That was nearly a fumble in the end zone. What a dynamic play from the rookie. Okay, so following the safety, we got the ball in the 32. I'm going to give it to Walker, see what he can do. Again, really nothing much. I'm force-feeding him at this point. Dropping back with Willis. I like that. Good catch by Rieger, and he's able to break a tackle and pick up the first down. Good job staying up there from Jalen Rieger. It's going to be 1st and 10. A spot where I might have thought about running it, but we're going to hang it and pass and hit Jalen Rieger again. He is taking on the bulk of the receptions for the Falcons today. We're going to stick with the screen. And that got played pretty well by Devin Bush. Probably should have audibled to a run, but that's going to be a loss of 5, bringing up 2nd and 15. Kind of a momentum killer there, but we're going to try to work our way out of it. I don't really like any of these plays. Don't know who's open, can't tell. Throwing it away, bringing up 3rd and 15. So yeah, Willis is 15 for 35. That's really not good, but we can work with it. Lobbing it up for Tyler Croft. He can't hold on. And we are going to have to punt it again. We get like nowhere. All right, 1st and 10. They're going to give it to Harris, but Grady Jarrett is right there. Blows that play up in the backfield. Loss of 1. 2nd and 11 here. They're showing run, but I'm thinking this could be a pass. And it is. That was kind of my responsibility there in the zone, as that's a pretty big gain. 1st and 10, we're going to be blitzing. I'm going to go with Troy Anderson. Trying to cover all of the holes, and we do a pretty good job of that. Stopping Harris there. That should bring us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, so following the 2-minute warning, I'm going to predict that this is a run. I'm going to tell everyone to guard the run up the middle. That's what they do. We get the stop, and I'm going to call timeout. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down here for the Steelers. We're going to come out in the cover 3 cloud with press coverage. I'm going to rush because I don't want to blow any pass coverage like I've been doing. And Freiermuth is going to catch it. He could have just stepped over the line, tried to do something extra, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 2. So I'm going to call timeout. This should be a punt situation for them. We're going to come out in the safe man just to deter any kind of trickery here. And they are going to punt it. We're not going to have a chance at a return, as that is going to go, man. Really wanted that to bounce into the end zone. It stays on like the inch line. That is tough. So we have like 1 minute and 45 seconds to go like 99.5 yards. Don't love our odds to do that, if I'm being quite honest. Ooh, yeah, this is tough. Okay, I messed up. This is bad. Good catch by Rieger. We're gonna hurry to the line there. I was like super just not paying attention when I was moving people around. Switch to 4 verticals. Gage looks open enough, but is that going to be picked? They're going to say he was out of bounds. Okay. Things are not going well here to start this last chance drive. It's going to be 3rd and 4, and this is definitely a 4-down situation. Hopefully it's not going to come to that. We got to get out of bounds, and we do. It's a good catch by Russell Gage. Okay, 1st and 10. We got out of bounds with Gage. I'm going to send him on a streak, see if he can beat his man down the field. And he does. We're going to throw it. We got him. Gage, we're going to run up and spike this. Okay, so we're doing quite well. We did lose 14 seconds there on the no huddle. So a field goal would win the game. That's really all we need. It's just going to be a matter of, can we get down the field? Complete to Tyquan Thornton. That's his first catch. He's going to stay in bounds, though. Clock is still running. As we got to get a throw off here. Going to be lobbing it deep for Rieger, and it's going to be picked. Oh, man. Tremaine or no. Who is that? I don't know who that is, but they just ended the game. Willis throws his second interception. We were close here in Pittsburgh. But man, yeah, he just kind of big dogged Rieger there and said, "No, this is mine. Sorry." He mossed him. Valiant effort from Malik Willis, but unfortunately, that's going to be the end here. I'm just going to sim. So yeah, tough loss in week 1, but it was we lost in a close game in week 1 last year. Week 1 went to overtime against the Eagles. This time we didn't get to overtime. Still lost the game, but I feel much better about how this game went. Kayvon Thibodeaux was insane. I loved what I saw from him, and I mean, the offense looked good at times, bad at other times. Kenneth Walker never really got going, and Malik Willis was definitely spotty. Didn't throw a touchdown, 2 interceptions. I have no idea what his completion percentage is right now, but I know it's bad. And yeah, man, Willis did not have a good game. The under 50 completion percentage is pretty bad, especially when you compare it to Sam Howell's 80. But he definitely showed flashes of like someone who could be a good quarterback. So I'm excited to see what he can do for us the rest of the year. Sam Howell looked really good in his first NFL game, rushing the ball. So we held Harris. We should get some defensive boosts from that, as they only got 32 yards on the ground. We did not do super well. Kenneth Walker, he did get a touchdown, but his yards per carry, pretty bad. Willis, the times he was actually able to get out and run were cool, but I feel like towards the beginning of the game, we were really trying to force that when it wasn't there. Receiving, Juju had a big game. Jalen Rieger had a huge game for the Falcons in his first game with us, and yeah, I liked what I saw. He's probably not going to be playing a huge role, as we'll have Treylon Burks for the rest of the season, but it was good to see him get catches, and if Treylon Burks can have these kinds of games, I'll be a very happy camper. Russell Gage didn't really get the ball all that much, but when he did, it was cool. Pitts with not a very good game. He had 2 drops, but those were some kind of uncatchable passes. Blocking, looks like Jalen Mayfield is the only one to give up a sack. On defense, Foyesade Oluokun led us in tackles. Jarrett, Deion Jones, and Troy Anderson had a TFL. Huge game from Kayvon Thibodeaux. He gets the game ball, 2.5 sacks combined with Jarrett for 1, and he did have the safety. We didn't get a pick, no forced fumbles, no blocks. Obviously the huge safety from Willis, and no touchdowns. Talking with AJ Terrell after the game here, and I'm just telling him, man, don't sweat it. That was just week 1. We played a good game. We'll be able to figure out the kinks here soon. We have a lot of young talent, a lot of people's first NFL game, so I'm not really sweating it. We were able to be right in there with the Steelers for most of the game, just kind of lost it in the final minute, and right up until then, we were looking really good. I just know we did not get Marlon Davidson those 2 TFLs, so he's going to be sad. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. We didn't get the win here in week 1, but it was a good game. We definitely have potential. I liked what I saw from most of our team. It's just going to be a matter of getting ready to play at that NFL level, getting some experience, getting Malik Willis comfortable, Kenneth Walker comfortable. Thibodeaux already looks pretty comfortable. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him so far. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we're probably going to do weeks 2 through 6 in kind of like the half play, half sim fashion that I've been doing. So look forward to that. We'll see how we're doing as we get closer to the trade deadline and the mid-season mark. I'm thinking that better days are still ahead for this team, and I'm excited to see what we can do. So yeah, keep it locked, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.